real TV show.
By the way,
this
I was
part
watching
right here. This would be called Dead Air, and people would be yelling at us. You're boring as fuck right now, son.
I was watching you guys last week on top of a waterfall, and it was so weird. It was like I'm in the middle of nowhere in Portland, Oregon, watching you on an iPhone.
Did you do any meth when you were out there in Portland?
No. But I tell you what, man, Portland, Oregon. I was in a Costco, and I always like to play this game when I'm out of town. And then I was like, all right, I have 15 minutes to find one person in this store that I would fuck. Like you get to fuck one person in the store. Who would it be? And I could not find one person in that store. Not even like a mediocre person until right when I was walking out. One of the employees, she looked like an LA 2, and I was like, okay, I'll pick her because I have to pick
an LA 2.
Yeah, I have to fuck that one.
Wow. Well, maybe you have really high standards.
No. I mean, it's every single person in Portland is fat. They look very depressed and sad. They just. And yeah, I guess it's the meth capital of the world, but yet nature everywhere, beautiful everywhere you go, amazing, hot.
People that live in Portland, don't feel bad.
Yeah, I'm sorry
that Brian doesn't want to fuck you.
I did not meet you.
Yeah, you might be the shit. He might have just got to a real ugly spot.
Tons of armpit hairs on all the chicks too.
What do you think though about all the? Not only that, I've heard a lot of leg hair too.
Yes.
This was something I read on forums where women were complaining, saying, that men should know that women have hair on their legs and armpits. This is silly.
Yeah. I went to a sushi place, first sushi place I've ever been to, where they gave you forks, and then I was like, wait, where's the chopsticks? And I had to go to like the hostess stand, and I had to look for chopsticks at a sushi place. Like they were like, oh, you want
It's America, son.
I know, but
you want to fucking go back to China? You can use those chopsticks.
That's what kind of sushi place they have there.
What do you think about all those people that get depressed and want to kill themselves because it's sunny 5 days a year?
I believe it. I lived in Ohio, and it was like that every day, and I wanted to kill myself, and I just wanted to go to work and get done with the day and go back home and play on the internet.
And that was because it was cloudy.
It was just disgusting
and dreary.
outside. It was just gray. Every day, the sky was gray. You didn't
How many
see
days
the sun.
a year?
I would say 50%, 60% of the days were gray. The other were like partly cloudy to sunny, but 60% was like gray sky, like nothing, just death.
Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been to Columbus a bunch of times doing stand-up, and that's what I've found. It's just real gray there. There's a bunch of parts of the country that are just real gray for like a long part of the year. That shit ain't good for you.
No,
it's not.
Sucks.
It's weird, right? We're kind of programmed. The human body needs a certain amount from its environment. And one of the things we need is sunlight. We literally need sunlight for vitamins. We need it for vitamin D. But we also need it for happiness. There's something about skies that are gloomy, that are depressing. And it's like encoded into your DNA. It's like your DNA is telling you, hey, you're living in a place where it's going to be uncomfortable. You're going to get drenched. You're not going to get that vitamin D that you need. But if you can get past that, you'll be okay. If you can go to the sun and get to the sunny parts, then you'll be happy. Like you can literally it changes your state to be in different weather. Like physically changes it. And if you live in a place where it's just you don't get that sun, you don't get enough of that sun.
Yeah.
And it's also different people have different needs too, I think, genetically. I bet if you're black, I bet living in a place where it's never sunny is fucking terrible. I bet it's terrible for you. Because like the whole dark skin is supposed to be in response to bright sun and living in hot climates.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dark skin like Brazil. They're dark skinned, and that's supposed to be because they have to deal with the hot sun and that kind of a climate. And if you go to places like Siberia, people are pretty fucking white. It's because no one's ever outside in the sun. You know what I mean? It's like you grow accustomed to it. So maybe if you're a person that is like got super pale skin, it would be way easier to live in a place where it doesn't get sunny. Maybe there's like genetic needs. Very possible, right?
Yeah. I mean, I wish I knew about those lights before, though, when I lived in Ohio, like the sunlight lights. Have you heard of those?
And they're artificial light?
Artificial
lights?
Happy? Yeah. They have alarm clocks that have that built into them, too.
Really?
I was thinking about getting one
That's
of those.
a trick, though.
Is it a trick?
How the fuck would that be as good as going outside on a sunny day? Sunny days are awesome because everybody else is happy, too.
Right. I guess that's just tricks.
When I lived in Boston, I appreciated the fuck out of those sunny days. But now in LA, you're just so used to it. It's like sunny days are just what you get every day.
Yeah, it's actually the opposite. Today it's cloudy. And
you get fired up when it's cloudy. You get, we're going to get some nice rain. Because it literally is sunny here 360 days a year almost. Yeah. I mean, it's fucking crazy. I mean, how many days a year? I mean, I'm exaggerating. But it's maybe 320.
Yeah.
Right?
It's pretty high, definitely. There's like a month, though, that it rains like every day. Sometimes, like every other year, 2 years.
Yeah, it's fucked up. you can get used to that.
Yep.
But it's terrible for your skin. You know, in Australia, when I was in Australia, they have all these ads for skin cancer because Australia doesn't have a fucking ozone layer. Remember when there was the big hole in the ozone layer worry? Well, it's all over Australia. And apparently Australia doesn't give a shit. But they have all these ads everywhere you go about being careful because if you go outside without sunscreen on, you could get skin cancer. So they have these really graphic skin cancer ads on the side of buses with stitches and shit. You
I
see
hate when
big
they do that shit.
pieces of meat cut out of people.
I hate that. Like, or when you get cigarettes in like Canada and it shows like some guy with throat cancer on the back of your box.
Yeah,
and you're just like, that's
England's
rude.
rough about that too. You see people smoking in England; they have big, giant warnings on the back of their cigarettes. But you need that, son. Look at you. You got illnesses right now. You're ready to die.
Yeah.
Brian's been shitting blood.
No, it's shit in black.
It's blood,
black.
right? Isn't it blood?
Stomach ulcers.
Brian's
Yeah.
got a stomach ulcer. He's